can't stop.
Hi, Brooke.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice
I'm
meeting
Noah.
you too. Hi, Noah.
So, first off, tell me, what is the premise of the story?
The premise is a mother and daughter, their relationship, and their sort of shared journey through the mother's very serious illness. And it's not about the mom being sick as much as it's about these two people who love each other so much. It's them against the world. She's a single mom, and her daughter is a very bright, precocious, thoughtful, loving, sensitive little 11-year-old.
Right.
And how do you prepare your child to possibly face the reality of living without your mom? And it's really their friendship and their honesty and their fear, and and how they grow together, and how as a mom she tries to prepare her daughter, but also still have her daughter feel safe.
In this film, it has so many emotions to it, Sandy is very close to her daughter Daisy, and the bond is harshly broken. So to you being a mom, was some of these scenes to shoot very emotional for you? Would you get emotional shooting some of these scenes?
I think all of us just were a bundle of raw emotion, and from start to finish, and yet there were really deep moments of joy and levity, which you need in these dire moments, and I think that's what Beth Lemure, our director, really wanted. She wanted to be able to capture sort of the layers of all of it and the complexity, and how do you find the joy, and how do you hold on to memories that soon just become the only thing you have?
Yeah, and I feel like we need to see a good movie like this today, because there's so much going on in the world. And I feel like this film is just so great for family-friendly audiences to be able to gather around the theater with their family, grab the popcorn, and watch a good movie.
Well, thank you. I think people, it's not it's strange because it's a very difficult topic, but the film itself is not, it's not melodrama in any way. It's about celebrating life as well as sort of really holding on to that which passes through us and past us, and how do you do that, and really what is it that makes a family? Does it have to be a conventional model that we've all been told is the only model? And I think thankfully today we're looking at many different models of a family, and many different manifestations, and this is one of them that goes through many changes, and I think people as individuals are what is celebrated in this film as well.
In this film, it deals with death, love, and the meaning of life, of celebrating life. What do you find very unique about this film?
It's the uniqueness for me was what the director would do in the quiet moments. You're not told how to feel. You're not like, okay, here's a dramatic scene and we want you to really cry. And she'd say to me at times, I know it says cry, but I don't really know if I want you to cry, because you might not, maybe you've cried it out. It's sort of not about telegraphing what we want people to feel. It's sort of saying these are two people and they love each other so much, and yet they really have to be strong for one another as well as strong for themselves, and they also have to be willing to be really vulnerable. And I think that that's what this film talks about. It sort of lets us, it allows people to be everything all at once. And I think that we're so sort of trained to compartmentalize and label people and label emotions, and this sort of says, listen, it's all here, and it sometimes happens all at once.
It's a beautiful story. It really is, Brooke. And last question is, what do you hope audiences will take from this film?
Oh, it's, you know, you almost wish the film didn't, you're like, it's so sad at times. You just think, oh, I wish this didn't exist. And then, and yet there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And it's really because everybody bonds together and says, I think I can see it. I think I can see the light. Like, all right, let's, you know, let's try to go forward in a way that this mom who affected us at all different times of our lives, what she stood for and what she wanted. So I think that people will take away that love absolutely is the one thing that endures. And it comes in different forms, but if you have it, fight for it and don't let it go no matter what's happening extraneously.
Such a great message. Daisy Winters, I'm looking forward to seeing it, and I hope everyone will go out and watch it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Brooke.
Thank you.
I can't stop.